Hello everyone, this is Persephone. I know, long time no see, but I was in an undercover mission on STREAMATE because I wanted a change from all of the femdom drama, and also because some of my fans here who are interested in the money-making aspect of the channel wanted my opinion about premium sites like STREAMATE, and I had no idea, so I had to go there and get some first-hand experience and come back to report how it was for me. And today I'm going to tell you about all the things that I have understood about STREAMATE so far, and the good, the bad, how it was for me, if I plan to continue, everything you need to know in general. And this video is going to be, I'm not going to go with chronological order because I feel like I'm living in the surface of the sun. It's too hot, I'm exhausted, and all the information can be useful or not depending on how it works for you. So just listen and write down anything that works for you, discard the rest. No further intro. The first thing that you need to know is that NightFlirt practically exiled me from their cam by taking Skype away and replacing it with Telegram and Discord. I don't have anything against NightFlirt. It has been an excellent platform for me, but I have a problem with a lot of the members and how they conduct the cam shows. I was doing cam shows on Skype and it was already very emotionally taxing because it's not like on the sites that they have a built-in cam feature that you press a button and the guy starts interacting with you and he starts paying in tokens or gold or whatever the currency is, chestnuts, let's say, and that's it. Even with Skype, you had to keep the phone on. And when you're doing this kind of show on platforms that they are not monitored, because NightFlirt has no idea what I'm doing on Telegram, either you have a ton of guys trying to pay you with other ways that I don't do. I don't accept payments outside the site. Or you have the lost boys looking for mommy, the poopy diapers, the peeing diapers, and everything else that it's not allowed on a normal cam site. They try to do it with you on the unmoderated side, and that for me is very boundary violating and honestly gross. I don't want to agree to a normal interacting like cyber sex type of thing and then a poopy diaper appears out of nowhere because hey, who is going to know? Well, I know and it bothers me. And if you say, Persephone, you're obsessed with scat, I'm not. It's just something that people tend to do against me a lot and I really don't like it. So after the whole thing of Skype going away, now what began, I told them, is there a built-in cam feature in our plans? And when the answer was no, I had to metastasize on another side because I still wanted to cam. I like the money, I like the interaction, but I don't like the unpredictability and the fact that I'm constantly being harassed to do things that I don't want to do. And another problem with Skype that intensified with the other platforms is that after people add you there, somehow they get early Alzheimer's and they forget that you're not their friend. So even yesterday in one of the sites, I woke up to maybe 10 messages from some guy that I've talked to and had a session once that he was like, I need you. Where are you? Why aren't you online? When are you going to be online? I'm horny. I'm sad. I want to serve you. Imagine this, honestly, verbal diarrhea page after page. And I said to him, I'm not a chatbot. I can't be available every time you feel like it because I'm a human. And I have reached a point in my life where I'm just not going to deal with this. So I was looking to go somewhere else and people recommended STREAMATE, so hitting two birds with one stone. The first thing that you need to know about STREAMATE is that it was very, very different coming-wise from everything else that I've done before. Before that, I was on freemium sites. I have tried many, and this is where you build a community, you chat, people ask you about your day. STREAMATE is very fast-paced and it's focused on essentially one-on-one interaction, private shows and exclusive shows. And for me, this is pretty much the same, except the fact that on private, people can spy on you and you get paid extra. On exclusive, they cannot. But it's the same thing. So you have limited time to be like a fisherman that fish are passing through your pond and you have to keep trying to hook them to come to you versus someone else. And I thought that I knew how to do that, but believe it or not, at first I couldn't. I was so rusty because after all of these years of femdom, it was so strange to interact with vanilla men. It was like a new species. Guys who were just horny and straight and there was no emotional labor involved. in some ways, I have to say that was so liberating that in femdom, and you know how I am, that I have a very love-hate relationship with femdom, that I like exploring kinks on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't like the tons and tons of people with personality disorders who contact me and they want to move in with me and they are needy and clingy. And I'm going to share one of the worst incidents that happened that led me to STREAMATE at the end of the video as extra drama, if you want to watch till the end. So you have to interact with them on a basis that you're both straight and you don't have kinks, which was so weird. And before you say, okay, you're weird, this is normal. The first week that I was there, I made nothing. I was losing my mind. I was looking on our Camgirl problems, all these people saying, oh, I made $300 in one day, here's the screenshot. Oh, I made 800, here is the screenshot. And I was thinking, how ugly am I? How much of a loser am I? Nothing, $20 in 1 week. Oh my God, go get a vanilla job. And then I found out about their contests, which is something that I didn't know. So apparently, the first piece of actual information because everything else that I said did more or less brain Ebola, is that STREAMATE has at least one contest every month, and during this one contest, everyone and their dog who is somebody and has a following comes to the site and streams long hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours, and gets all the money. So if you want to make serious money over there, by definition of serious is anything over 5,000 per month, it's an all in or all out site. You have to put the hours. I mean, yeah, of course, if you want an extra side gig or some money to treat yourself, yes. But if you want to make serious money, it's not something that I realized you can be casual about. And you know, if you watch my channel and you know me, you know that the number one advice that I hate the most is, oh, take a break. It's slow. Take a break for a few days. You are feeling sick. Take a break for a few days. No one in your room, take a break for a few days. You're a Scorpio and there is a problem in your zodiac sign, take a break for a few weeks. If you do this on STREAMATE, you're gone. They're going to throw your room into a bottom of such an abyss that no one will ever find you again. It's going to be so empty, you'll be doubting your own existence. So the first thing we need to remember is that congratulations, you have earned your space as a dystopian digital sex slave in this dystopian late-stage capitalism. You want the money, minimum of 9 hours a day. By saying 9 hours a day doesn't mean you have to do 9 hours straight, although it's better for the algorithm if you do, but I don't recommend self-harm to people. So I would say 4 hours in the morning, 5 hours in the evening, or split it on 3 hours, 3 hour like different shows. And it's also good to change your outfit, because I realized when I did this, if I did 3 hours, I took a break and then I wore something different, people will come back to see what I wear, and some people took me private again, although we had the private earlier. So I recommend this for sure. Keep things different. A very important difference to STREAMATE is that you can be sexily dressed, like wear short dresses, panties, skirts, shorts, whatever, on public chat, but you cannot be naked. Which for me was also very difficult. That, wait a minute, I can't attract people with kinks because it's not very femdom based and I cannot be naked. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to start being weird like I'm on YouTube? No one will care. There is some femdom going on, but it's the type of femdom that is also fast paced, that people come to me as subs, they want a session with something specific, we do it, and they leave. It doesn't have the clingy nature of femdom that I have seen everywhere else of, I want to move in with you, I don't understand why this cannot happen, I want your address, I want to be in a relationship with you. Not a single femdom sub there asked me any of that. They were very respectful, they were clear about what they wanted. Of course, there were a few weirdos, but nothing compared to other sites, compared to everywhere else. So I definitely recommend it. I'm just saying, if you are starting, and you haven't done any femdom and you feel intimidated by this, don't worry, you can ask questions, because there were also some people who had some very weird fetishes there that I have never done before, and I said, honestly, I haven't done this before, but I'm willing to try it with you. So if you want to give me extra information, I can do it. The more I know, the better it's going to be, and it worked out well. So you can ask them, or you can do your own research and learn a few things before you go. Another weird thing about STREAMATE is that everyone in their support team is named Liz, regardless of their gender. It's like you're on Matrix and every program is malicious software is Mr. Smith. That was very funny to me and very strange, because I was used to many vids and other places where you talk to Kyle, you talk to Mary, you talk to anyone, you know, has a different name. And now you talk to Liz, that could be one person, male, female, non-boundary, 3 people at once, you never know. But the Liz people are very helpful and they respond within a few hours. I send an email and a few hours later there is a response, which is great. So if they don't want me to know exactly who they are, I don't have a problem with that. After the first disastrous week and the contest ending, I became really competitive in a sense of, you know me, the channel is called Revenge Star, like how dare you put my room into the back corners of the internet where I don't even know if I'm live or not. I'm going to show you. And I started doing the 9-hour shifts. That's one reason why I couldn't do YouTube videos, because I wasn't used to this type of very intensive camming. I had done it in the past, but honestly, I haven't done it in years. I had a more, I don't want to say lazy, but slow model with, oh, I'm on Night Flare, then I do a show, then I do a texting session, then I do something else, a voice call, and it wasn't all on cam, and it was so difficult. And after you do all this, honestly, you want to collapse and fall asleep with the clothes that you're wearing. I mean, I don't do that, but I was that tired. So there is an adjustment period. And because I don't want you to act psychotic like me, I would advise you to start with slow hours and gradually increase them. That if you start with 3 hours per day, then the next day try to do 4, then the next week increase it to 5, and so on. Don't go from 0 to 9 like I did unless you really need money fast, because it's going to be very taxing in your mind and in your body, and you will burn out. If you need a lot of money, you ignore me, you get down to 9 hours right away. Another thing about STREAMATE is that they have dynamic pricing. And this is something that I followed the advice and it didn't work for me at all. And then I made an adjustment and I started making 10 times more money. So I'm going to share what worked today on this video, and you can try to see if it's going to help you too. One of the things that I saw on many forums, including the Cam Girl Problems, is increase your ratings, because STREAMATE takes, I think, 65%, 70%, and it takes a big cut. So women were saying, I'm going to start my private with $6.99 per minute, and I'm going to start my exclusive with $9.99, and I'm going to be making $3 to $4 a minute, because otherwise making $1 a minute doesn't work for me. I tried that on my second week, and it was again crickets, or it was crazy people with fetishes that I wasn't comfortable doing. For example, there was someone who wanted me to wear a hijab and pretend to be Muslim, which I found extremely disrespectful and blasphemy. And there is never going to be a video of me disrespecting hijab. That is crazy, and it can get you killed. And he became very upset when I told him that you should stop. And he started making fake accounts to harass me. So I was getting discouraged. And then I thought, what if I adjusted dynamic pricing myself? By dynamic pricing, I mean that you put a range of prices and the site is matching you with clients who are in this price range. So many women have their price range from $6.99 to $14.99 or $6.99 to $30, or you can put as little or as much as you want. I think the little is 45 cents, but I wouldn't recommend that because you will make literal pennies. But when I had it at $6.99, it wasn't working. And for me, I don't like sitting around doing nothing on the side. I mean, technically, I'm never into doing nothing, because either I'm editing or I'm reading or I'm writing or I'm doing something while I'm on camera. It's never dead time. But every time you don't make anything, your hourly earnings drop and the algorithm punishes you more and more and more. And then there is this loop, never-ending loop of you failing, being pushed and harder to find, and failing, then even harder to find, and failing, then no one knows you exist because the least people have made you disappear because you're a loser, and this, you cannot allow this to happen to you. So after I followed this for a week and it wasn't working again, I mean, I wasn't making $20 a week, I was making $20 a day, but come on, you cannot survive with $20 a day in this economy if you are like me with a variety of illnesses and you have cats. So I was thinking, I'm going to do some more research to figure out why isn't this working. And then I found one post from a girl that she said that the algorithm was basically highballing everyone, that it started showing $10.99 and $20.99 to every client that entered her room. And one client told her, why is it showing $30 per minute to me? Are you crazy? What are you going to do for $30 per minute? And I was thinking, wait a minute, what if it does this to me too? And I started asking people, and someone told me, yeah, it does show $9.99. And he said I would pay $9.99 to a model that I know, and we have good chemistry, and I'm satisfied with her services, but I'm not going to pay that to some random that I've never seen before, right? Because out of that $9.99, remember, I get 35%. So I thought, I understand where he's coming from. Even with restaurants and stuff like that, when there is a new restaurant and it doesn't have any reviews, it just opened 2 days ago, and it's not even on Yelp, and you don't know anybody, and they tell you you're going to come eat here for $300, you're not going to go there. Unless you're super rich or you like risk, you're just going to go to what you know is best, right, for you. So I said, something, I'm going to ignore all the advice, and I'm going to put it at $2.99 starting price, which is $1 a minute, and up to $9.99 ending price, and see what happens. The first day, I got a ton of the $2.99 people, which was nice on one hand and horrible on the other hand. Nice on one hand because the algorithm kept pushing me higher and higher, but horrible because $1 a minute and you are practically doing all kinds of stuff. But it's okay, it's easy to make $100, $200 that way if you persevere, and it's pretty much no dead time in between, where you start pondering, where is my life going? Am I going to be replaced by an AI? This is not working. Should I go back to the poopy diapers on Telegram, and so on? After that, the algorithm started showing me more and more people who were $2.99, then $4.99, and currently it's recommending me a lot of clients who are into $7.99 and $9.99. So I realized I don't have to put my prices high. The more people find me and the more they are satisfied and they give me 5 stars and they give me good ratings and good tags, although someone gave me a tag that was weird as fuck, that luckily you can remove the tags, but okay, I'm just going to roll with it otherwise, I am weird. But the more reviews you get and the more people find you and the more of a following you build, the more the algorithm is going to just increase your price and match you up with better and better clients. So if you're watching me and you are new and you have the same problem that I had, that your room is a desert with dust bunnies and cactuses in the background, maybe the fact that you placed yourself at $9.99 a minute isn't working right away. Unless if you come from another site, for example, if you're one of the girls who come from My Free Camps or come from Chaturbate and you bring your own following with you, then just ignore me and put whatever price you want. But when I went there, I even don't have any of my aliases there. I started with a new name, new pictures, new everything, because I didn't want people to know me. I wanted to try the site undercover. And unfortunately, I never expected that. I was recognized almost on every live stream. Hey, are you an event star? And if you say you fucking ungrateful bitch, aren't you happy to be recognized? No. Because on one hand, the people who recognized me on YouTube, some of them were haters and they were writing horrible things. And the other thing is that a lot of these people, for some mind-blowing reasons, expected free shows from me just because they know me from YouTube. I don't know how it happened, like your one porn-fried brain cell stopped functioning from the heat. That I'm a femdom goddess on YouTube, and instead of saying, oh my god, I found my goddess on STREAMATE, let's tribute her, or let's do a show with her. What are you going to do for me for free because I know you from YouTube?